We have Hollywood Swingers coming up this hour. Before, we have a little song to give you a clue as to who our Hollywood Swinger is. Now, this Hollywood Swinger directed the music video for this next song. It's Lisa Loeb with Stay, I Missed You.
You say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time, so and I thought what I felt was simple, and I thought that I don't belong, and now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, yeah, I missed you. And you say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard, don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. I don't understand if you really care. I'm only hearing negative. No, no, no. So I turn the radio on, I turn the radio on, and this woman was singing my song. Lover's in love and the others run away. Lover is crying 'cause the other won't stay. Some of us hover only waiting for the other who was dying since the day they were born. Well, this is not that thing that I'm throwing, but I'm thrown. And I thought I lived forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever, that won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you. You said that I was naive, and I thought that I was strong. Oh, I thought, hey, I can leave, oh, but now I know that I was wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. You said you called me 'cause you want me, and one day you let me go. You try to give away a keeper, or keep me 'cause you know you're just so scared to lose. You say stay. You say I only hear what I want to.
On this week's instalment, when he's not on a training day, this actor started in Boyhood, but he soon hung about with a bunch of dead poets. It's after sunset, but he'll still see you, because he's got eyes like a hawk. Ethan, that is, on tonight's Hollywood Swingers.
I wasn't expecting. Ooh, that professional introduction means it's time for our favourite segment of the show, Hollywood Swingers, where we celebrate those Hollywood movie stars who've made a swing into music. This week it is the Hollywood scarecrow himself, Ethan Hawke. Tell me about him, Paul.
Ethan Green Hawke, born November 6, 1970. It was a Friday in Austin, Texas, to Mother Leslie, charity worker, and Father James, who was an insurance actuary.
Oh, I love an actuary.
Yeah.
Death calculators.
His parents were high school sweethearts who married at 17, had Ethan a year later, but then would soon separate, and they got divorced when Hawke was only 4 years old. Raised by his mother following the divorce, the young Hawke was relocated many times, and he attended many schools in his youth. But at the age of 14, he asked his mum if he could go to a casting call in New York. That ended up leading to an acting debut in a Hollywood film, alongside the also debuting River Phoenix in the 1985 sci-fi fantasy film Explorers.
Excellent film.
Despite getting praise for his performance, though, The film came out in theatres just a week after Back to the Future,
Ugh.
and the same weekend as Live Aid.
Oh, you're stuffed.
The film, total flop.
Nobody's going to
And
be
the
watching
young
that.
Hawke decided to give up on acting for pretty much almost 4 years due to the pressure of the failure.
Oh, okay.
He would, though, take up some acting classes at the prestigious Hun School of Princeton before studying acting at university, where, however, he would drop out after winning a major role in the 1989 drama Dead Poets Society alongside Robin Williams.
I'm so sorry, right? And I know it's a shame that he didn't do well when he was a kid and he wanted to, oh no, I didn't get instant fame. I'm going to give up forever.
Well, he was only a
It's-
wee guy. He was 14, and I think he just felt a bit of the
well,
pressure.
as a child who was forced onto the stage by pushy parents, just you deal with it. To be like, oh, I'm going to retire because that film I got a part in with no experience didn't do as well as I hope. What
Anyway.
with people trying to help Africa through music?
Anyway, during the filming of Dead Poets Society,
hate Dead
Hawke
Poets
found
Society.
Williams' constant wisecracking irritating, apparently,
Another reason
when
to
he was
hate
trying
Ethan
to
Hawke.
stay in character, to the point where both of them kind of thought they didn't like each other. Turns out, but Hawke said, I was totally wrong. Robin Williams was the guy who got me my first agent. After basically Robin Williams went to the agent and went, that guy's going to make it, sign him up.
He's already been in a film. Is this when he's already been in 2 films?
Well, he's been in 2 films, but didn't he have a Hollywood
I'm
agent?
sorry, Robin Williams didn't help him get an agent.
got me his
And
agent.
No, he didn't. That's not how
He got
agents
his
work.
agent. Anyway, Ethan Hawke almost quit acting again after the film. He went back to university to study English.
Was his feelings hurt
But
somehow?
the success of the film, it made over $230 million at the box office, got loads of Oscar nominations, loads of award nominations. Hawke was then offered a number of roles, and he just dropped out of school and went back into acting. He's a bit of flip-flopper as old Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Certainly in the younger days.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, can we quickly talk about Dead
Carpe
Poets Society?
DMC's the day.
Do you like it?
No.
No, it's awful.
Boring. The young actor next played the son and grandson of Ted Danson and Jack Lemmon, respectively, in the 1989 comedy drama Dad, before winning his first lead role in the 1991 adventure film White Fang. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember. White Fang's a really good way to break up with somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, white fanging somebody is when you're mean to them so that you make them go away. Have you never heard of that?
No. 1993 saw Hawke starring Alive, playing one of the survivors of the Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571
I watched
that
that
crashed
film
in the
when
Andes.
I was too young and it freaked
Same.
me out.
I saw that
Freaked
when it
me
came
out.
out. 1993, I would have been 10, and that affected me as a youngster when I saw it. It did make a favourable impact at the box office as well, though. But watching that, there's
Too-
bits of that I remember. I'm not going to go into
No.
it, but you're just like,
Imprinted in my brain.
yes,
Yep.
100%. The next year, Hawke starred alongside Winona Ryder and Ben Stiller in Reality Bites.
Awful film.
Received mixed reviews at the time.
Uh-huh.
Since recognised, not by me, certainly not by Ashley, as one of the most important films of the early 90s and capturing Generation X.
Oh, I
whatever that
understand
means.
why it was important.
Yeah.
I still didn't like it.
No. So that's, however, being recognised for that is something that Hawke ultimately bemoaned, as he was seen as one of the faces of that generation for some time because
Yeah.
of this film. 1995 saw Hawke team up with director Richard Linklater for the first time to star opposite Julie Delphi in Before Sunrise. It made 10 times its budget at the box office.
Well, it could
It's
hardly
got
have had a
a
budget.
rare rating of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Other sites that aggregate film reviews are available. And it's still classed as one of the best films of the 90s to this day. You don't like it.
Two people wandering about chatting
Talking.
nonsense.
Talking.
No wonder it was cheap. Nobody else gets a word in it.
As well as directing music videos, which especially that one there that we played earlier, Lisa Loeb, he started his own theatre company. He wrote a novel called The Hottest State. It got mixed reviews.
I'm sorry.
If you want to laugh,
I don't know what you're saying. The hottest date?
State.
The hot estate?
The
or
hottest state.
Okay, right, now I understand.
Hawke turned down the role of the Caped Crusader in Batman Forever.
Oh, well, he should have, though. That's
But
a
he
good
said he
choice
didn't want to
made.
be pigeonholed by the Batman Forever wasn't a terrible Batman.
No, but Ethan Hawke would have been a
Oh,
terrible
he would have been
Batman.
an awful Batman.
Awful
Absolutely
Batman.
awful. The late 90s instead saw Hawke star in the sci-fi drama Gattaca alongside Jude Law and soon-to-be wife Uma Thurman. Not seen it? Sci-fi thriller, all about DNA and stuff like that. No.
Was it the one where he's got a heart murmur?
He's got some sort of condition that he can't be an astronaut,
Yes,
and then he
I've seen it.
steals the DNA of Jude Law and kids on to be somebody else. Unfortunately, though, it was a flop at the box office, despite the good reviews, and Hawke said that his growing reputation as that Gen X guy saw him, ironically, pigeonholed the thing he didn't want to happen with Batman. He was now pigeonholed as the Gen X guy. Nobody wanted him in their films. He says he couldn't even get an audition for Saving Private Ryan when they practically screen tested every young male actor in Hollywood and beyond.
And Ethan Hawke was like, oh no, I'm not getting to play. I'm going to quit acting.
Nobody wanted him. As a result, he didn't quit acting, but he was restricted to a number of low-budget affairs for a number of years, and he was worried that his career was essentially over. Fortunately for him, probably not for you, Denzel Washington wanted him to star opposite him in the 2001 drama Training Day, despite the wishes of the studio. It paid off, though. The film was a massive hit, won numerous awards, and it saw Hawke get his first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Did he win?
No, he didn't.
Good.
Not want to rest on his laurels or make the most of a good break, Hawke instead made his directorial debut the next year with Chelsea Walls. It was a flop, and then he wrote another book called Ash Wednesday. That did make the New York bestseller list.
I don't like that. That's the day I was born and half my name. Go away.
There you go. 2004, he starred in the sequel Before Sunset, inspired by his recent divorce from Uma Thurman.
Ugh.
He got an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, and for some reason is ranked as one of the best films of its decade.
After the one about where they are still wandering about Italy, talking about their feelings. Yeah, great.
The 2000s, he starred in a number of films. He was kind of trying to be like an action guy. He was in Assault on Precinct 13. He was in Lord of War opposite Nicolas Cage. And then in the 2010s, he made a wee bit of a career resurgence as a leading man in the horror genre, because one of the guys that was in his theatre company is Jason Blum from Blumhouse Productions. So he went, do you want to be in a horror film? And he went, yeah, okay. He was in 2012 Sinister, big box office hit. Then he was in The Purge, the first Purge movie, big hit. And then in 7 years...
That's what he's in. The The Purge.
Yep. And then in 7 years in the 2010s, he starred in 30 films, like averaging 4 films a year, including another one of those Sunset films.
Yeah, then the Sunset Further or something.
And then 2014's Boyhood, which is that film that they filmed over a period of like
Took them
12
50 years
years.
to film. Patricia Arquette won a special award for it.
Recently, you might have seen Hawke playing the baddie in the horror hit The Black Phone.
My dad watched that. That was about a ghost phone and a man who kidnapped children.
That's right. And backtracking on his prior...
Stephen King's son, Joe Hill.
Stephen King's son, yep. Backtracking on his prior superhero movie bashing, he starred in the Marvel TV show Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac.
Ooh.
It was rubbish.
Papa.
You do like him, though.
I do love Oscar Isaac.
But maybe you even recognise his dulcet tones playing Batman, eventually, in the children's animated show Batwheels, which is about anthropomorphic living Batmobiles. The artistic integrity is still intact.
So that's Ethan Hawke. I don't know why I've taken again him. I don't know why, but I did when I was a child, and it stuck. So something he's done has irked me at some point.
But despite that, you've ever the professional. I wanted to play a song from 2020's Tesla, in which Ethan Hawke, and character as Nikolai Tesla, sings a version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which is atrociously bad.
It's really
you should go and look it out. It really is that bad. But instead, I'm going to go to the 2018 film Juliet Naked.
Because of me.
Because of you. As if I've given you the credit.
I know, but I just want to say that I could have made a fool of this man who I've taken against, and I didn't.
You took the higher ground.
Oh, I'm hurting myself, patting myself in the back.
Where Ethan Hawke does a cover of the Kinks classic Waterloo Sunset.
He should have called his daughter Hudson.
Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, rolling into the night? People so busy, makes me feel dizzy. Taxi lights shine so bright, but I don't need no friends as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset. I'm in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly, it's evening time. Waterloo sunset's fine. Terry meets Julie, Waterloo Station, every Friday night. But I'm so lazy, don't want to wander. I stay at home at night. But I don't feel afraid as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset. I'm in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly, it's evening time. Waterloo sunset's fine. Millions of people swarming like flies round Waterloo Underground. Terry and Julie cross over the river where they feel safe and sound. But they don't need no friends as long as they gaze on Waterloo sunset. They are in paradise. Waterloo sunset's fine. Waterloo sunset's fine. Waterloo sunset's fine.
That was this week's Hollywood swinger, Ethan Hawke, with Waterloo Sunset. Now, here on the Ashley Storrie Show, we give our Hollywood swingers a score of 1 to 100 Kenny Rogers roasters, Kenny Roger being the original and the best Hollywood swinger. I'm going to come to you first, Paul. You picked Ethan. You did the research on him. You gave him a fair shugle. What do you think? How many Kenny Rogers roasters are you giving Ethan Hawke for Waterloo Sunset?
I know we're not supposed to take the role from the actual movie that this comes from into consideration. But in this film, Juliet Naked, Ethan Hawke is meant to be playing a singer-songwriter called Tucker Crowe, who is the subject of Chris O'Dowd's music obsession. Ain't nobody been obsessed with that unless it's ironically. It wasn't atrocious. If you'd played the song from Tesla, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it's a 45.
Okay. I don't like Ethan Hawke. I don't like his singing. And I want to be very clear, I think his daughter is incredibly talented, and a great performer. I'm a big fan of her work. So it's not a personal thing. I don't have a vendetta against them. I just don't like the cut of his jib. And this song, I did not like the cut of its jib either. I'm going to give it 25 Kenny Rogers roasters.
That's a bit harsh, but...
Angel the Trucker's got in touch and says, hi Ash and Paul, Angel the Trucker here. Your TB service correspondent gives Ethan a very well-earned 95 Kenny Rogers roasters. See, it's not just about what we think. We want to hear what you think. Get in touch via text 80295. Let us know how many Kenny Rogers roasters do you give to Ethan Hawke for his performance of Waterloo Sunset, this week's Hollywood Swinger. You can also email us. What's the email, Paul?
AshleyStorieShow@bbc.co.uk.
Or you can WhatsApp us. What's the WhatsApp, Paul?
08085 92 95 00.
Well, that was Ethan Hawke, Hollywood Swinger. Let's have a little palate cleanser. Are we going to the Kunks?
The Kunks, yeah, we'll actually give them some due justice for their music instead of that Ethan Hawke debacle.
Do you think it was a debacle?
No, it's about 45. What's mid-range debacle?
I think 45 is a fair score for what
A debunkle?
A debunkle? I'm going with 25. Here's the Kinks with Picture Book.
Picture yourself when you're getting on. Sat by the fireside, pondering on. Picture book, pictures of your mama, taken by your papa a long time ago. Picture book of people with each other to prove they love each other a long time ago. Picture book, picture book, a picture of you in your birthday suit, sat in the sun on a hot afternoon. Picture book, your mama and your papa, fat old Uncle Charlie are cruising with their friends. Picture book, a holiday in August outside of bed and breakfast in sunny South Bend. Picture book, when you were just a baby, those days when you were happy a long time ago. Picture book, picture book, picture book, picture book, picture book. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Pictures of your mama taken by your papa a long time ago, long time ago, long time ago, long time ago, yeah.
That was the Kinks with Picture Book. Don't
Yep.
you dare. Don't
It was
you
the Kinks
dare.
and not... Who did you think that was?
I've just realised today that a lot of songs I've thought were the Beatles in my life. It's actually the
There was
Kinks.
some confusion after that when I was going into Picture Book where it was a segue, easy segue in, you know. I'd played a Kinks song covered by Ethan Hawke and then into a Kinks song. Ashley said, were you trying to give me a message or something? What was going on? What were you saying about a tobacco? What cover were you talking about? And I'm like, Waterloo Sunset is a Kinks song.
I thought it was the Beatles my
Is
whole
it?
life.
I thought it was the Beatles. I was like, I
Whole life.
literally said in my introduction to it that it was the
Yes,
Kinks.
but you were talking about somebody who I have some sort of bias against, and I was internally wondering why I don't like Ethan Hawke and what's he ever done to me.
No, you just went with it.
No, I wasn't. You're right. Okay, we've got scores in. Audrey from sunny Calgary, Canada says, yikes, my ears may be bleeding after listening to that. 19 Kenny Rogers roasters. Jane Jones says, love that song. Few people know what it's about. That wasn't too bad. I think that merits around 75 Kenny Rogers
And
roasters.
we now need to go. I'll
Now,
go
Jane
read what it
Jones,
is about.
What I need to know from you is, did you know who Ethan Hawke was?
That is the pertinent question. Have you seen a movie with Ethan Hawke in it?
Or is he in your zeitgeist? Is he in your periphery? Do you know who he is? Billy says, to use a good Highland word, that was like the weather. Dreich. Ethan, my lad, don't give up the day job. The Highland jury got so bored they went to make a cup of tea halfway through. However, they reluctantly award Ethan Hawke 9. 10. I don't know why I said
Where
9.
did you get 9 from?
My brain made it up.
You can't be trusted.
This is why I can't count elections or anything. Because my brain just makes up stuff to fill in the gaps. My eyes, I'm reading that sentence, right?
I can see it from here.
No,
halfway
I
across
got
the
to
studio.
Ethan Hawke, my eyeballs got bored and went and looked at something else. 10 Kenny Rogers roasters for turning up to the studio from Billy. Right, it is coming up for 12 o'clock and there will be the 12 o'clock news. But before then, here is Gloria Gaynor with I Am What I Am.
I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So